In the English language, there are but a smattering of words that dare describe the magnitude of J.T. Goldwyn-Warner. Chief among them are auteur, artisan, dream maker. You know how to guarantee hit movies? I do. 'Cause I've got a formula, and I call it the ABCs of hit filmmaking. A is action. You know, car chases, fisticuffs, the kind of stuff that puts tuckuses in movie theater seats. Okay? B is boobs. They're fun, they're bouncy, and everybody loves them. But your real secret weapon is C. Chimpanzees. I kid you not. You take a kooky talking chimpanzee sidekick and put them in any genre of movie, and it will make it better. I mean, myself, I can't stand these weepy, tearjerker terms of endearment crap fests. Okay? But you take a movie like that and you put in a funny talking chimp, you know what you got? You've got my new movie, Chimpanzini, Bereavement Counselor.
In the world of Hollywood hit-making, no other name is spelled quite the same as J.T. Goldwyn-Warner, the magical movie maverick who has given us shocking horror classics and heartwarming holiday miracles. He is the fearless filmmaking free spirit, unafraid to tackle controversial subjects such as world politics and even religion. But it is the future that has JT's fans most excited as they await the upcoming Halloween weekend release of his latest horror masterpiece, Deley Horrorscope. So join me now as we celebrate the life and career of J.T. Goldwyn-Warner. The year was 1962. Lawrence of Arabia took home the Oscar for Best Picture. And Secret Agent 007 made his big screen debut. But little could anyone have known that when an expectant mother was wheeled into this metropolitan hospital, that a film icon of a very different kind was to be born. Jehoshaphat Tiberius Goldwyn-Warner. J.T. was raised in a loving middle-class family of four. His jovial father, George, eked out a meager living as a traveling door-to-door hippopotamus salesman. His gentle mother, Spirit Tree, was a nurturing Earth Mother who served her community by volunteering as a crash test dummy. Less is known about J.T.'s sister, Mary, who left home at a young age to pursue her dream of huffing paint. But one interest that was shared by the entire family was a common love of motion pictures. Loading their car full of popcorn and soft drinks, the happy family would often spend their weekends at the local drive-in, captivated by all the great family films of the late 60s and 1970s. JT's love of film was further solidified when his parents presented him with a special gift for his 16th birthday. His very first 8mm home movie camera. Unfortunately, the gift soon led to mischief and misadventure when the Tino Tour was caught filming ladies in the shower at the local YWCA. When their son returned home in shame, George and Spirit Tree immediately confiscated his film reels and were shocked by what they saw. An unsightly color saturation and outdated aspect ratio. They strongly reprimanded JT by marching him back to the camera store and upgrading him to a superior 16mm rig. With his mother now running interference, JT was free to hone his filmmaking skills, taking the necessary baby steps to future film greatness. Just 2 years later, he was walking tall, enrolling in a 6-week course at this prestigious film school. Though school records show his final grade to be incomplete, it is known that during this time, JT produced a 5-hour art film titled Beer, Boobs, and Bratwurst. Though JT's professional career began sometime in the mid-1980s, he has rarely discussed this early period. One exception was a 2007 via satellite interview with entertainment reporter Denise Greenwood.
Everyone knows about the big hits, but tell me, JT, how did you get started in film?
Well, sweetie toots, I think the first film work that I ever got, paid for was actually a job I did for the U.S. Army. They were looking for civilian movie peoples to help out with the training films that they showed the new soldiers. And they wanted me to make for them a short film warning the troops about the dangers of gonorrhea. So I'm banging away at my typewriter, and this great idea just hits me. Marcus Welby, VD. I mean, the word genius would not be out of order here. And let me tell you, sugar glutes, I did this in, a sitcom-y kind of style with a zany laugh track. I mean, if you've got to do gonorrhea, make gonorrhea likable.
Did they ask you to do more work for them?
No, my tasty pastry, they did not. And the reason given was that after my film, the instances of gonorrhea actually increased. But that, to me, just indicates the magic of the movies. I mean, when you see a great film, you want to be part of that world. When you see that funny guy up on the screen with VD, you want to be him. But, the big army brass, they're not movie people, and they just didn't understand the JT magic.
Are the rumors true that in your early years you spent time working on adult films?
True, my voluptuous buttercup. I have never denied how I got my foot in the door of this industry. I took a meeting with a money guy with family connections, and he says to me, if you can deliver me good porno movies quick, I will pony up the dough for the whole shebang. So, when I get home from my meeting, on my TV is a marathon of the great Elvis Presley movies. So, taking the king as inspiration, I sat down to write my first porno feature. Vulva Las Vegas. This ditzy blonde meets an Elvis impersonator and, gets a jailhouse rocked, if you know what I'm saying. After that, I did, a couple others. There was one set in a hospital, a Sally's Special Exam. That one actually won a Pony Award for Outstanding Achievement in Medical Fetish. A proud moment that I can tell the grandkids about someday. Then I did a threesome in aisle 7, which landed me in some kind of hot water with the grocers union that I still don't understand. After that was a package for Mrs. Smith, which had, the UPS guy going along his route and, delivering his goods to all the lonely housewives. But I think probably my favorite of all the triple X's I did was Beach Blanket Bondage, because I got to work with the lovely and voluptuous Bambi Starshine, who is someone I could see myself working again with in the future.
The website CelebraScandal.com claims they have proof that you were involved in other adult films that you've wiped from your IMDb page.
Okay. Allegedly, during the time that I was still doing XXX features, there was a rather unique new star on the adult scene. They called him Stud Biscuit. And allegedly, a series of films were made utilizing the talents of this particular adult entertainer. Now, whether or not I was personally involved in the filming and/or distribution of any Stud Biscuit movies, I cannot recall at this time. Or at least my lawyer tells me I can't recall. Hey, Hot Pants, you ever see one of them horse movies?
By 1991, JT had left the adult film world far behind, releasing his first mainstream feature, Primate Investigator. Though the film was a moderate success, fans of his earlier adult work considered the family-friendly film to be a sellout, though most still managed to masturbate in the darkness of the back row. But it was JT's second feature, released the following year, that would bring him commercial success beyond his wildest dreams.
Well, I really don't need this old sock monkey.
From the mind of J.T. Goldwyn-Warner, a tale of terror so terrifying that it will leave you terrified. Shock Monkey! Horrors beyond imagination. Shock Monkey! Terror like you've never felt before. Shock Monkey!
Yes, I've been trying to throw out an old sock monkey, and it keeps coming back.
Ma'am, I am a rugged one-man crime-fighting machine, and I am here to save you.
Tristan Royale as Detective Dutch Durable.
If you don't let me speak with the world's leading sock monkey expert pronto, millions could die in the clutches of its monstrous cloth paws.
April as Damsela Distresso.
If the monkey escapes, what about the children?
The little monkey, he's inside my head. May the heavens curse his unspeakable evil. Ma'am, you must tell me, who gave you the sock monkey? Was it your mother?
No.
Was it your father?
No.
Was it that nefarious cloven-hoofed beast Beelzebub?
Yes.
No, it can't be. It's breeding. Ma'am, come here immediately. Ma'am? Oh no.
Shock Monkey. Shock Monkey was a bona fide hit. It played to sold-out audiences across America and inspired one of the most extensive merchandising campaigns in cinema history. The film also inspired no less than 17 successful sequels, with each one ratcheting up the series' quotient of gore and sex appeal.
I need backup. The little monkey got in the university locker room, and now dozens of voluptuous young college girls are running through the streets completely nude. You know, one of the best things to come of the whole Shock Monkey series was discovering Tristan Royale. I mean, April, she'd been in some music videos and stuff, but Tristan, that was my discovery, okay? This guy comes into a cattle call to show, the range of emotions he can do. And it was some of the most breathtaking acting I have ever seen. My name is Tristan Royale, and I am the future of modern cinema. Oh, Johnny, they hoided me real bad, Johnny. Muggsy was there, and it was a dirty double cross, Johnny. Boys, this isn't just another football game. If we don't make that touchdown, the hospital's gonna shut down that little boy's iron lung. I am the voice of the troubled Chicano youth, and I am proud to run with the gangs because I kick ass. So after finding Tristan, and after the success of all the Shock Monkey movies, I had the clout in Hollywood to do any kind of movies that I wanted to. And I did.
2014 is gonna be my biggest year yet. I love the Elvis movies, I love musicals, so I'm teaming up with the king of the blues, Growlin' Joe Hamhock. He's writing some songs, and we're taking this thing to Hawaii. She was ham-hocked in Hawaii, baby. Ha! Lodi, Lodi, bee. She was ham-hocked in Hawaii, baby. The king of the blues she came to see. You know, Joe had done some movies before mine, but none that had that special JT magic. Baby, I know you're sad to see me go, but Hawaii just called and they need a new king of the blues. I also got a new horror movie coming, and that one's called Shock Fu Young. We got April from Shock Monkey in there, and, it's about these Egg Foo Young patties who get struck by lightning, and then they turn into man-eating sharks who worship the devil. With 2 more hits under his belt, JT's popularity continued to grow, inspiring worshipful websites, fun fan conventions, and passionate podcasts. I'm so sick of these so-called fans saying that a Barry Shock Monkey Western is not canon. If you think that, you are my sworn enemy, and you are a Nazi. Though loved by moviegoers, Hollywood Bio wondered how JT is regarded by his colleagues in Hollywood. I sat down with some actors from his recent films to answer this question.
JT had me star in one of his original movies, Beach Blanket Bondage. Then he put me in Daily Horrorscope because he saw my potential as a serious actress. JT was absolutely horrible to work for. He kept trying to scare me. Every day in my dressing room he left this life-size sock monkey.
Why, I don't much care for the man, 'cause he tried to upstage me. When we were making Ham-Hocked in Hawaii, there's the big scene where I have to sing the title song at the luau, correct? Okay, JT wanted to bring in a dozen topless hula girls and then have me defend their honor by fighting off a street gang that was played by chimpanzees. He called this the ABCs of filmmaking. I call it trying to upstage the king of the blues.
Well, JT, he vibrates on a totally different level. He first brought me into Daily Horrorscope as a technical advisor, but then saw the possibilities in a real psychic playing the psychic. And he's so intuitive. It's like he knows what's going on in other rooms. He can be in one room and know what's going on in the room next door.
In the name of journalistic fairness, Hollywood Bio asked JT to give his side of the story.
I deny all accusations by these Meshuggah bimbos, okay? Even the ones that are true. And, I happen to have a character witness. Bambi here. We've done a couple movies together, right? So, why don't you tell him? Have I ever filmed you without your knowledge?
Not that I know of.
Well, there you go. Case closed, Columbo. Yeah, camera's off, guys. By the way, I love that red teddy you was wearing the other day.
Thank you. Does this mean I get more lines?
Are you talking about dialogue or coke?
Wishing to escape the tabloid headlines, JT embarked on a 6-week spiritual retreat, recharging his creative batteries and plotting his next career move. He soon re-emerged in the public eye in a most unexpected place, the late-night TV infomercial.
Hey America, it's me, JT, your man in Hollywood.
And I'm April, star of Shock Monkey and Shock Fu Young. You know, it's hard to believe I almost wasted my life on Shakespeare and Chekhov.
You're welcome, Toots. Hey, have you ever wanted to be big, important movie people like the twos of us? Well, now you can, with a little help from my Quickie Flicks movie generator.
That's right. For only $29.95, I'll send you everything you need to get started. And this thing is easier to use than a tipsy actress on her first audition. You got the JT guarantee. So how does it work, you ask? Well, first, you pick your genre of movie. Next, pick a familiar setting. Third, you pick a cool villain. Now suppose that I picked a disaster flick set in the snowy mountains with a killer animal. Hey wait, that sounds familiar, 'cause that's how I created my hit movie Alpaca-Lanch, starring my voluptuous friend here, April.
Yes, JT. Thanks to your magnificent movie generator, being pummeled by livestock is now the highlight of my career.
You can thank me by doing the sequel, Toots.
Oh, only you could dream up a jewel like that, JT.
No, now anyone can do it with a little help from my Quickie Flicks movie generator.
Hey wait, I haven't even told you yet about the wild cards. These let you know when to add crazy plot twists, comic relief, or a bit of the old boobs and pubes.
You know, I kick-started quite a few starlets' careers by having them lose their clothes in my flicks. Isn't that right, my little Pop-Tart Blossom?
Yes. In fact, being naked in a film about psychotic Egg Foo Young is something I dreamed about ever since I was a little girl.
You and me both, hotcakes.
And for you advanced level players, why not remake an old Hollywood classic? Heck, you can even reimagine it in a whole new style.
It says here, I can remake One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as a rock opera.
I don't know, why don't you just remake Citizen Kane as a kung fu movie?
You know, that's actually not a bad idea.
Unaccustomed to such public backlash, JT struck a defiant tone in his media appearances.
You can't just remake Citizen Kane. It's the greatest movie of all time. Well, Andy, you must have missed Shock Monkey 3. Oh, Orson Welles is rolling in his grave. Well, your mother's rolling in the hay with Stud Biscuit. But that's her lifestyle choice. Come on, what's it gonna be next with you, JT? Lego Raging Bull? You know, that's actually not a bad idea.
In the fallout over the consecutive remake failures, no one defended JT's honor quite like his frequent leading man, Tristan Royale. Many are baffled that Goldwyn-Warner have the audacity to remake these great films of the past.
A remake? A mere remake, you say to me? Yes, sir. Citizen Kane, Samurai Assassin was a remake. Just as a sculptor takes mere worthless clay and remakes it into works of visual beauty. A remake? Yes, just as a winemaker takes mere grapes and remakes them into libations of the finest quality. A remake? Yes, even as the hands of an omnipotent God takes the souls of sinful man and remakes them into his own glorious image. So it is, sir, that the artisan known as J.T. Goldwyn-Warner takes mere worthless celluloid and remakes it into the finest works in cinema history. Oh, but you and those of your pathetic ilk who scorn me with the epithet of remake, one day you shall rue your twisted fate. For one day, those of us who soar like eagles in the rarefied skies of artistic integrity shall swoop down and pick clean the bones of our oppressors. And then you will see, sir, as you stand at the precipice of your own demise, that the artisans such as myself, and yes, J.T. Goldwyn-Warner, shall rise to be hailed as golden gods.
Okay, so will you and Goldwyn-Warner be remaking any of the other Hollywood classics?
Why, yes, I just actually signed on with JT to do a dramatic reinterpretation of Smokey and the Bandit. I will be playing both roles.
With the remake failures piling up faster than they could lose money, JT was in desperate need of a hit. He soon found it with his most ambitious project to date.
So after the remakes, which were a little less blockbustery, I wanted to come back with something epic. You know, I wanted to come back with something on a grand scale. So one day, the guys in my crew, they're talking about the Illuminati and how there's this, secret society of guys that run the whole world. And I start thinking to myself, well, who are these Illuminati? Because I'll bet that 30, 40 years ago, they were just normal horny guys, trying to get laid, going to frat parties, going on panty raids. And that's when one of the greatest ideas of my entire career just hit me.
Out now on DVD and Blu-ray, the Illuminati Trilogy, featuring the intriguing origin story of Illuminati Frat Party, the erotic second act of Illuminati Beach Date, and the shocking climax of Illuminati Lingerie Show. All three movies in a special commemorative edition with director's commentary and a gag reel guaranteed to make you gag. Own it today. The success of Illuminati propelled JT back to the top of the Hollywood heap. Now in search of a worthy follow-up, he turned to his trusted Quickie Flicks movie generator, writing 32 new screenplays in just 24 hours, including Kung Fu Glee Club and werewolf cheerleaders on methamphetamine. But it wasn't until a 2017 TV appearance that he finally revealed some details about his chosen next project.
So I'm in the middle of this creative, explosion. And one day, there on my TV, I see this reality show, Psychic to the Stars.
Hi, I'm Kat Caruso, Psychic to the Stars.
I've never done a psychic movie before, and after a few minutes of listening to this woman talk to some guy's dead yenta grandma, I was hooked. So, long story short, I'm doing a starring vehicle with Kat Caruso.
And the revelations kept on coming, thanks to a series of video updates on JT's official website.
And there's another familiar face in this thing. The other day, Bambi and I were doing some acting exercises.
I was a naughty schoolgirl.
And I was the stern headmaster who kept forgetting to wear pants. But that's kind of beside the point, Sweet Pea.
What is the point?
The point is that in this new movie, you peoples are gonna be impressed with Bambi's acting. I mean, the range of emotions, she was good all them years ago in Beach Blanket Bondage.
It's hard to say lines when you're tied up and gagged.
Right, but the acting in this new movie is off the charts. Daily Horrorscope, opening Halloween weekend.
Do you like this color? Matches my glasses. Well, I have to go now. It's time for me to call for my daily horoscope.
She was a sickly invalid who lived by the guidance of the stars. But then one day, something evil was afoot. Welcome to your daily horoscope. If you're a Scorpio, press 1. If you're a Virgo, press 6 3 times. Today, the 7th moon has turned blood red, and there is nowhere to hide, for the seeds of evil have been planted. Today, the horror begins.
Well, does this mean I can't buy anything on Shop TV today?
It means I am Virgo, the human horoscope, and now I control the stars. Daily Horrorscope, a new vision of terror by J.T. Goldwyn-Warner. The police laughed at her.
You've reached the police.
The FBI was of no help.
Hey, if that comes over to investigate, can I try on your pantyhose?
What size do you wear?
So in fear, horror, and desperation, she called the only person who would listen.
You've reached world-famous psychic Crystal Ball. Go ahead, caller. Help me! I'm a helpless invalid being terrorized by a maniac on the phone. And I'm blonde! This is the 5th call I've had about this today. Oh, wait, there's another call coming in.
If you'd like to hear your horoscope, Miss Tobal, come and find me. Mommy? Mommy? Mommy! Mommy! If traveling today, follow the path to your own peril. Ha ha! When playing games of chance, terror will deal you a losing hand. Ha ha! When seeking the answer to a terrifying mystery, be sure to look behind you. Ha ha ha! Horror Freak magazine says, never in movie history has there been a villain as unforgettable as Virgo.
I know you have a secret, but if you ever hope to be free, you have to tell your story.
My mommy was an astrologer. And one day, the stars told her to have a baby. An adult baby. For 31 years, I crawled on the floor, ate baby food, and soiled myself for her love. But now, the whole world will smell the abomination of my full and fragrant diaper, and I shall rule the stars.
See Daily Horoscope, the most talked about movie of the year. See Bambi starshine in an emotional tour de force performance. See Tristan Royale in his most erotic role yet.
Is this the American Astrological Foundation?
Yes, who is this?
My name is Virgo. But you can just call me Big Daddy.
And see television's psychic to the stars, Cat Caruso, in her first motion picture role.
I see a bee.
J.T. Goldwyn-Warner's Daily Horoscope. See it before it sees you.
Nobody puts Virgo in a corner.
With Daily Horoscope currently setting new records in advance ticket sales, and with interest in JT's film legacy at an all-time high, there seemed to be only one appropriate question with which to end this program. So tell us, JT, where does your career go from here?
Well, I mean, after people see Daily Horoscope, I'm going to be able to go anywhere I want to, okay? And I'm going to be able to do any kind of movies that I want to. Because I'm on a roll and I'm out of control, baby. I mean, it's going to be nothing but champagne, chauffeurs, and showgirls.
Oh, but surely you'd want to be cautious in choosing your projects.
You know, I don't follow you, Brockford, because, I mean, I am up on the top and too big to flop.
Well, yes, but you wouldn't want to make a sequel to Citizen Kane's Samurai Assassin, for instance.
You know, that's actually not a bad idea.